Honing this concrete floor is a battle of brute strength, because with this concrete slab now rock solid, it was completely impenetrable. Well, almost, because the way you cut and grind away an incredibly tough surface is with an even tougher material. And it just so happens that one of the most beautiful and prized natural gems also happens to be one of the strongest minerals known to man. Diamonds, thousands of them, all microscopically embedded into the metallic grinding teeth of this machine, and all working in unison to grind away the top layer of this surface, exposing the natural stone patterns underneath.
We've gone over the floor with the 680 with first cut diamonds to get the exposure level to where we want it, and now I've just started doing the edging with the hand grinder to blend the edges into the main part of the floor.
As the grunt work of the floor grinding is done with a big heavy duty machine, a large portion of this work is also completed on hands and knees, with a small grinder needed to get in tight to the edges of these walls. With the first cut now complete, which creates the desired level of exposure for the end look of the floor, this would be the first of many processes during the week-long concrete grind and polish.
We've got a cut to expose the aggregate, a cut to hone the surface, a cut to grout the surface and condition the surface again. We've got hardening, we've got going over removing the excess hardener, we've got putting more hardener down, we've got removing that excess hardener and starting the polishing process, and then you've got a varying between sort of 3 to 4 passes after that. So you're going over it sort of 10 times at the end of the day.
This floor polishing process is extremely labour intensive. Although this is no ordinary technique, because this Husqvarna patented technology called Hiperfloor is in fact a densifying technique that chemically changes the structure of the concrete, giving it a marble-like finish. With the first coat being a heavy-duty potassium densifier to harden the surface, the next densifying coats are designed to penetrate even deeper.
As we go through our polishing process, we're using what we call lick coats on the floor. So they're very thin coats that are run over of a second style of densifier, which is a lithium-based densifier. And what that does is just bit by bit, it continues to increase the hardness of the matrix which surrounds the stone. So the stone aggregate being the hardest part of the concrete. What we're trying to do is harden the matrix, the sand and cement that surrounds that stone to be as hard as the stone.
As this chemical reaction is changing the structure of the concrete, the constant whirring and humming of these machines continues working all day long, as this team gradually work through each of the 10 stages to this Australian invented technique. With this impressive machinery and patented Hiperfloor process now used across the world, it's proof that Australian innovation can be world leading and revolutionise a global industry. For more information about this series, please visit www.toppropertytv.com.au.